What's up YouTube, Capital G here. Got some interesting duels for you guys to check out. Our first duel is going to feature Win Which Gustos, but with a very interesting twist. Some M. Night Shyamalan level stuff. And Gustos are an archetype to keep your eyes on because they are in, well, by the time you guys see this, the polls will be closed and the voting will be over, but they are currently in the 10 archetype voting for 2020. And, if they finish high enough, Konami might decide, oh, what the heck, let's just give them a structure deck, or let's give them support and a core booster set. So this could be an archetype that can get some support or, could be taken off. Anyways, we are going to see a quick search of Win Which Ice Bell. I love that, by the way. I mean, Win Which Ice Bell, we know how powerful this card is, and if you can search it using Win the Win Medium, I kind of feel like that's worth it. It's kind of like a Dragon Ruler type card, discard 2 to get your Rota Search. I mean, it sucks when it gets Ash Blossom, but if it doesn't, you basically get a high-end level, synchro monster that is immune to card destruction. He's going to go for the Harpy Lady Scratch Clash. Now, usually, when you see people resolve Ice Belt, like 90% of the time, they usually go for Crystal Wing Synchro Dragon, but this card also has Disruption, and he also went for the Clear Wing Fast Dragon, so honestly, this is a pretty good turn 1 board, and he got the Wing Pegasus at Ignister in the graveyard as well, so technically he has like 3 disruptions. I'm not gonna lie, that's really strong just coming out of an Ice Bell for like his main playmaker. His opponent's gonna start off, he's playing Thunder Dragons with that Solar, or that Batteryman Solar. And he is going to drop this big joker right here, the Thunder Dragon Lord, which I believe is actually going to be bounced to the hand. The interesting thing is he's just going to resummon it. So, like it didn't even matter. So maybe he should have went after something different. Yeah, he's just going to drop it back on the field, so I don't know if that really hurt him. And then he's going to use that Nemesis monster and recover some of them resources. So, okay, it's not looking bad. He's going to go for Saryuja. I think he may have forgotten that the Fast Dragon was on the field and can easily disrupt this, and man, getting your Saryuja disrupted, like getting its effect negated, feels really terrible. So not only does it not have any attack, but then it also has no effect. Anyways, his opponent's going to push on. He tried to use card destruction, however, she is immune to that because of the glass spell, I believe. And then he used the Wing Pegasus at Ignister, looking to just get one of his opponent's cards off the field. But he says, no problem, Cap. I still got the Thunder Dragon Titan, and that's good enough to beat over my opponent. Or is it? He busts out the 200 IQ spicy tech of the world, and that would be the King Synchro. That allows him to summon Supernova Dragon during his opponent's turn. And that probably means he's going to banish his opponent's entire field. I would be shocked if he did not do that. Okay, during the end phase, yeah, he's just gonna go ahead and banish that entire field. And generally, like if you resolve Super Dragon, the red Supernova Dragon, if you resolve it one time, most of the time you're just gonna win the duel because your opponent burns so many resources just committing to their field to have all their cards banished, and then you just like nuke their field again. You can see him attacking. This is the Gusto that just floats, so it's not really gonna do anything. And I think he realized that it's a scoop phase because chances are during the end phase he just would have used Supernova Dragon again. He would have gotten rid of Titan, and then I'm not exactly sure where you go. I mean, yeah, he can search a Thunder Dragon monster, but if you can't actually kill a Supernova Dragon, you really don't have a hope of winning the duel. And this Gusto in particular, this one just summons another one, so he would have actually had some monsters. Anyways, second duel. Let's go to the WWE, and well, it's a tag duel, so the WWE deck, aka Goki's, is not in the opening hand, but I'm pretty sure it's going to make an appearance. We're going to see a turn 1 that looks pretty similar to like every turn 1 in Yu-Gi-Oh right now. I call this to get to Halifibrax as quickly as possible, then go to Link Cross, go for Auroradon. You guys know all of this cheese that we generally see. Thank goodness you got impermanence. It's at least one form of disruption that can slow down your opponent. There's Halifibrax. Again, usually that's followed up with something like Link Cross, and then, whoops, there's your Link Cross. And then you top it all off with the Mecha Phantom Beast Auroradon. So this is all like SOP. Honestly, it's painfully boring to, oh, he didn't go for Auroradon. All right, well, I'm shocked. But it is honestly painfully boring to see the same 3 Link monsters in basically every deck in the game in the same order, etc., etc. Now let's go for some Goki action, man. I love Gokis. I love seeing Gokis actually pop off and do their things. This is Goki with action cards. So I guess you could say this is straight out of the anime, because I know Go had to use some action cards in season 1. That's just an wait, I'm trolling. Action cards were in Art V. What the hell? Oh my goodness, Go was in Brains. All right, I'm actually just trolling at this point. For some reason, I got Art V and Brains mixed up. I'm like, wait a minute, are action cards in Yu-Gi-Oh! Brains? Like, no, they're not. they're in Art V. Anyways, he is gonna go for Goki the Great Ogre. Start reducing those monsters. Never forget, this card is very powerful against Synchro, Fusion, and Xyz monsters. I mean, basically, if a monster has defense points, it's really strong. Ironically, it's terrible against other Link monsters, so it's like not even good against it wasn't super good in its own era, but against the cards of the previous era, it's actually really good. Anyways, Goki Rematch has to be in every Goki play, because that gets you to your real big power plays. And he's actually going to go, that was Goki, I can't remember this card, Goki Finisher. Yeah, Goki Finisher is the card that doubles, well, it gives your monster 1,000 attack per its Link rating, and I think this is Master Ogre, or yeah, this is Master Ogre, so this guy's already like a Link 4, which means he's ready to pull off the finishing maneuver. But then on top of that, you activate Action Magic full turn. This is the one that gives you double battle damage. So yeah, it's a real cheesy card from the Yu-Gi-Oh! RV anime. But if you're going to just one-shot your opponent, it's really good. Oh, by the way, this guy can attack all your opponent's monsters. So having that little random death spot and attack position, this is where it gets you. Gets you 11,000 damage straight to the face. And that's obviously a GG no re. You know, it would have been interesting to see if he could have actually summoned Sophia. Like, I don't know what the game plan was, how he planned on getting this on the field, because I'm pretty sure he has to get like a ritual. I mean, I could see him getting all the other mechanics, but the ritual, like, how exactly were you going to do that unless he was going to do some other shenanigans with it? Anyways, we'll get a quick peek at the Gusto deck. That is Wind Witches and Gusto. Everything in here is all wind all the time. Basically, the entire extra deck is a bunch of wind monsters, and you know, the main deck is nothing but wind monsters. Even if you did want to run some of them hand traps, well, no, the hand traps wouldn't have to be wind, but everything else basically is going to be wind. And also, since you're running Wing Beast monsters with some of the Gusto, you get the run Featherstorm, which I still think is a win condition. That might be one of the reasons why he went into Harpy Lady Scratch Clash instead of going into Crystal Wing Synchro Drag, which of course he still runs. But if you do open with Featherstorm, it's basically just, for all intents and purposes, it's just like a better version of Crystal Wing, because it stops card effects in your opponents. And well, it stops more than one card effect for one. Crystal Wing only stops one, and this lasts for the entire turn. And basically, you don't even have to put it on the field. You can activate it in your hand. I love the dimensional barriers. This guy is acting like Link monsters don't even do anything. He's like, Cap, if I can stop them fusion, them Xyz, and the synchros, I got a GG. Also, rituals and pendulums, stopping everything but Link monsters. Anyways, if you guys want the WW Gusto deck, the Wind Witch Gusto deck, it'll be in the description of this video. Thank you guys for watching. As always, subscribe if you have not already, and turn on that notification bell for daily videos.